Alright, let's see if we're back. Let's see. Checking. See if I still have internet. I do. There's somebody. Hey, Grim. We had a little technical difficulty there. My internet just dropped. Let's see. Let's see. Stream. Connection good. Yep, connection good. Okay. How about my channel? Me. Me. It threw up like a random thumbnail, which I'll have to fix later. That's okay. Yeah, we're live. I'll fix that later. That was cool. That was fun. I always like when my internet just randomly shuts off. If it happens again, we'll figure it out, I guess. Let me go back here. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry. Internet just decided it didn't want to be connected there for a second. I don't think there's like been people in my backyard marking stuff off, and my cousin who lives 2 blocks down said that like last week his internet randomly went out as well for like the day or part of the day, and they're supposedly we're getting high-speed AT&T fiber in the area finally. Which, I mean, I don't know if I trust it or not, but that means that they could be like disconnecting things and then plugging them back in because they're like digging crap up in the backyard, and they haven't started our backyard yet, but they definitely came in like March. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if like all of us, because I mean obviously these people don't work on the weekends, right? Like I doubt it they're out there today, but never know. Never know. I mean, I don't necessarily like AT&T, but I can be honest in saying that if there is good provided fiber service in my area finally, I might upgrade to it. Internet did not want to internet. That's what happens when you do random streams, apparently. It's just like, nope. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to fix the thumbnail's definitely wrong on this reiteration of the video. So I'll have to fix that later. Yeah, it said chat disconnected me is how I noticed it. Like I saw the chat and I was like, hold on guys, I don't have chat right now. I'll load up my phone if it doesn't work. And then I realized when I tried to load up my phone that I had no internet, and I was like, huh, yep, we're not connected right now. Like, you jackass. In fact, let me just throw up my... I'm running a ping trace right now just to make sure that it doesn't drop again. So if I see it drop again, I'll put something on Discord or something, let people know that it's gone. Yeah, I almost played some Out of Ore today. I was gonna load up Out of Ore and take a screenshot and then like do some random Out of Ore. But then I was like, like it's kind of boring. I feel like it's probably pretty boring to watch, but it's literally like the game of playing in a sandbox. Like when you were a kid and you like had like a little dump truck and a little excavator that you played in a sandbox with. It's that, but the video game. You need a reservation, shuts off. That's about it, right? And we're back. Yeah, we're back. Internet fucking died on me. Good old Spectrum. And their high quality service. Yeah, and of course, the thing that I hate... Okay, so this is like a gripe. A gripe about streaming to YouTube. I'm sure it's probably the same. I mean, I guess Twitch is... The difference between streaming to Twitch is, like, if people are on your channel and you go live again, it just pops back up again. So, like, YouTube, however, if you end your stream, it's the end of that video, and then when you start up stream again... It's a completely different link, like you have to go to a different video. So like, that's my little gripe about YouTube, and I mention this because I usually hang out when I can in Nate Province's Twitch stream. And he actually like noticed me and mentioned me. He like knows that I do content and was talking to me about it on his stream, and I was like kind of starstruck a little bit, even though I mean it is what it is, but like, you know, I was like, ah, yeah, Nate Province knows who I am now. That's pretty neat. So yeah, we were yapping about my stream, and he was asking me, he's like, why don't you just stream on Twitch? And I was like, I don't know, man, I don't feel like Twitch has got the reach, you know, like people can find your videos, especially when you just do a lot of, like, mainly my content is recorded, right? I don't do a ton of live streaming, but the videos are like my main source of content. So right, like Twitch doesn't really fit for me because I just don't live stream that much. But in the same respect, like I said, I still feel like the ability to find me, especially since I'm a smaller creator, is easier on YouTube, and that's why I just stick to YouTube content. I mean, could I do Twitch? Yeah, but I don't know if I really want to. I think the interface. So I'll be honest with you. I feel like the interface for Twitch for the user, right? Not for me. For the user is like way easier. Uh-oh. Getting drugged backwards. I'm having some, we'll keep an eye on it. No packet loss on the stream yet, but I'm seeing some packet spiking. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, I thought it was pretty, I'm gonna say that it's pretty cool that Nate Province was apparently either watching my videos or talking to people that were watching my videos or something, and he thought it was cool that I did widescreen, and I was like, yeah, it's just how I play. Like, it just, once you get an ultra wide, I told him, if you ever buy an ultra wide, you're never gonna want to go back to not using an ultra wide. Yeah, like, people finding you on Twitch, like, people have to be on Twitch, and they have to be searching for stuff in that game. And then you have to be one of the higher content creators for that game. Now, for Snowrunner, or probably even Construction Simulator, there's probably not too many of us out there doing content, let's be honest. Like, if you go on Twitch right now, in fact, we'll do that here in a sec. We'll do a little experiment. We'll do a little science project. We just need to go straight. Straight. Yeah, because he was even like asking me how long it took me to do certain regions, and I was like, honestly, it's hard to tell, because when I record because he streams everything, right? So like everything he does is stream, and then it just gets converted into YouTube content. And then his bread and butter is obviously all of his knowledge and reviews and that kind of thing of vehicles. So like that's where like the majority of his, content creation and his information comes into play, and it's like super valuable, right, for people that play Snowrunner. Like if you want to know details about something, he's the guy to go to, right? But like his YouTube videos are just Twitch VODs, right? They're just his VOD of Twitch. 167 streamers with the snow, like currently live. There can't be that many right now. Or is there just like 100 people with one viewer? Like that's the other, yeah. Like to be noticed. Correction 370. I mean, I guess live right now. That's crazy. How many are over 10 viewers though? Like I'm not even over 10 viewers on YouTube right now, but like when it's a normal day for me, when like people know I'm streaming and that kind of thing, it's like 15, 20, that kind of thing. And like if I could, if people wanted to come and watch me on Twitch as well, they could, but then I would probably split my viewers, and so like it would just be like weird. And I hate like communicating with two places as well. So I mean, if I did it, I'd probably do the same thing as he does, which is just turn my Twitch VODs into videos on YouTube. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just I don't know. Like if you search for Snowrunner, there's at least 5 that are over 10. Huh, that's crazy. But I mean, that's what I mean though. Like if you search for Snowrunner, and I'm a new Twitch, a new Twitch content creator, and I only have 1 viewer, I'm towards the bottom of that list because it sorts it by viewers normally. Sorts it by suggested viewers, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Oh, I gotta go straight again. I guess we can go this way, it doesn't matter. So like finding you and then going to the channel, like you have to become larger before it's easier for, but like once you are a larger, like if you're Nate Province, for example, I'm sure like he's towards the top of the list when he's online, you know what I mean? So like, right, like once you become larger, it is easier, it is actually probably easier to get new viewers, but I think the build process is like way more difficult. Yeah, YouTube hasn't been great for me. I'm still like trying to figure out how to get my payment thing says in process now. And then I still don't have memberships. I'm supposed to have memberships. I don't have them. I don't know why. We need to just go to the garage, I think, yeah. That trailer's gonna be in the way. In the mud we live for living's sake. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you snowball after you reach a certain threshold, but like getting to that threshold, I feel, is slightly more difficult. But yeah, the user, and I feel like the user interface is like way nicer for Twitch. There's like way more free emotes and like things that you can just use from like other places, and then once you get certain thresholds, it's like really easy to deal with that stuff as well. So yeah, I don't know, it's like it's a thought that's always kind of been on my mind. Yeah, it says no action needed. I can tell you, I can show you exactly what it says here. Let's see. It says on the right, setup in progress. What you need to do, no action needed right now. And it's been that way for 2 weeks since I got my pin and put it in, and I still don't have an option for doing it there. Okay, let's see if my screen still works.
Mud our boots and joy in our hearts, dancing in puddles where
nope,
our
hold on.
story starts. We won't worry about the mess we make.
Here's Twitch.
In the mud we live.
Okay, so on Twitch, if I go and I search Snowrunner, okay. So like, yeah, okay, so there's somebody with 135 viewers. It's because it's a girl and she's on cam, that's why. That's also a Twitch thing. Yeah, there's a few people that are actually like, I mean, this is obviously like not English. Not English. So I mean, if you search by Snowrunner and language English, it's the girl that's streaming, and and then 4 viewers, 6 viewers. So right, like, you know, it wouldn't be too hard to be noticed, I guess. And then if we did the same thing for Construction Simulator, there is literally 2 channels right now that are English and live. So like, right, you could go on Twitch and be immediately noticed if somebody was on Twitch looking for Construction Simulator content. So, but there's only 17,000 followers. What does Snowrunner have? Snowrunner has 303,000 followers. So I mean, it's definitely a much bigger pool. Just for grins. How much is World of Warcraft up to? 10.8 million followers. Insane. Let's check out Fortnite. I bet you that one's huge. Fortnite. Let's look at some Fortnite. 94.2 million followers. I'm stuck because it's asking me for American tax info. Ah. For YouTube? That's weird. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really care about getting paid. I really don't. I really don't. Like, I really don't want people to pay me to watch video games, because, right, like, just play video games along with me. That's all I want. Enjoy it, you know? Wonder what Farming Simulator... Farming Sim 22, I bet you, is pretty big. It's actually not that much bigger. But I mean, like, here's English, right? A lot of like pretty big viewer streams for Farm Sim, right? So like, that's, I'm sure, gonna be a thing that you can do. Valorant. Let's see what Valorant is. It's a good one too. 19.6 million followers. That's insane. Isn't Valorant like relatively new too? But that's exactly it. Like shooter games are always really popular, like CS:GO, Counter-Strike. Probably, yeah, 37.7 million followers. So like if you play the right games, but then you're also saturated, right? So you're very, very hard to find if you're new, because you're going to have to compete with all of these people that are 200, 100, 1.4 thousand, 44,000 viewers. Like all these people with 1,000 viewers, like you're going to be somewhere in the bottom of the list here, you know, with your 5 viewers to start with. And people are going to have to like find you, you know? Just trying to spread peace and love. Hopefully it makes the world a little bit better. Yep, exactly. I just like sharing being a computer nerd. Like, I support other people that would like to also be computer nerds. So yeah, that's my TED Talk for the day. Will I ever go to Twitch? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think I'll ever give up on YouTube because I love doing the editing part of it and doing the recordings of videos and that kind of thing. Like that's always going to be a thing. Would I switch my lives somewhere else? Maybe. Maybe. See, that's also my problem though, is like I just play what I want to play. That's really what it comes down to. Like right now, I definitely don't really, I'm kind of like done playing World of Warcraft for the season. So like I just don't really want to play. Like I tried logging into it the other day and I was just like, ugh, and logged out. And like I kind of wanted to play Out of Ore, but I just thought to myself, like it's kind of just digging. That's all it is. And like for you guys, I don't know how fun that, like for me it's really fun, but like for you guys, I don't know if it would be even remotely exciting. But maybe we'll do one of those someday. Maybe I'll do an Out of Ore stream just because. Yeah, exactly. This is just what I like to do, right? This is my free time hobby, and I just share it with you guys because it's fun. And I mean, like, I wouldn't say that my current job it's not necessarily my dream. I can tell you my job when I first started it was pretty darn close to a dream profession, like doing code work and going through that. But like nowadays it's just a lot of meetings, and I wouldn't really call it a dream profession anymore, but it sure as hell pays the bills. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at my current career is where I'm staying. But it has lost some of its fun. Let's put it that way. The value of the fun of the current employment situation has dropped. But it is what it is. That's life, right? And yeah, that's exactly it, Rex. Just been enjoying the games and the peeps you meet. Like, I love you guys. Like the people that are in this community are like such awesome people. Yeah, no, I do not need streaming income. Yeah. Nope. Uh-oh. We gotta get to the dirt. Otherwise this thing's gonna just slip up the hill. You know, I mean, I've always like played like pretty much as we talked about before, like if it's got the word simulator in it, I probably have it in my Steam library. So like this being sort of an off-road simulator was appealing to me just because of that, but I definitely didn't expect to like this game as much as I did. Oh, I mean, right. I feel like anybody that plays video games would love to play video games just for a living, or have enough money, or be retired or whatever, and just play video games. So like there's that, right? There's like that level of it, and that's sort of where I'm at. Like if I could retire, which I'm not that old yet, but in like 20 years when I can retire, probably, maybe, hopefully, if there isn't like doom and gloom before then, I can guarantee you video games will be had, and I'll be, you know, a senior citizen just hanging out playing video games. So like that, there's nothing stopping that. I guess maybe my wife, but maybe. We'll see. Hopefully she's still cool about it. When we're retired, it'll probably just be more vacations, that's all. We'll just go on more trips. My retirement is going to be logged into the VR matrix the full... Yeah, I mean, think about what the progress of gaming... Like, what are video games going to be in 20 years, too? Okay. I think we're just going to sell this one. We already have one. Let me see. Heavy. Yep, there's another one that I still haven't equipped either. And then there's actually a third one that has a fuel tank on it, so yeah, we're definitely selling this one. First, important things. Sticker, 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 sticker. Oop, well, we took off a sticker. Okay. Sticker, 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 sticker. And sticker. Now we sell it. Makes it worth a little more. Taking off racks? Okay, bud. Good old electro moves, yep. Making your trucks worth more. Okay, so now we gotta go back to Rutland. And I'm gonna grab one of these cats. I don't know which one is which. And we're gonna drag the Kolob out. And it's gotta go to the same place, I believe. Manchester. Yep. Okay. I think we're gonna do the one without the trailer. Even though the one with the fuel would probably be smart. But yeah, for some reason, this cat is weird. So with this service add-on, you cannot tow a trailer, but with a fuel add-on, you can. Tell me which one looks longer to you. In fact, here. We'll park this guy directly next to this. These are the exact same truck. These are two Cat CT680s. Because they give you a bunch of them here, so I just used both of them. Okay, let's get right even with this one. All right. Can't get it like exact. There we go. That looks pretty close. Yeah. Why can't this one on the left have a trailer? Riddle me that. Why can this one on the left with the repair add-on not have a trailer? There's nothing blocking it. It just like takes the hitch off when you put on a repair add-on, apparently. Very weird. Balance. Air quotes, balance. Exactly. Fire up there, old Kolob. Okay, there we go. You know what? We should probably just go up this way, because this way is more direct. Takes us right to where we need to go. I wish it wasn't like treacherous to go down that hill. And we just shortcut down there. Okay, let's turn around. Certain there was a reason for it based on the bed options and trailers in-game, especially when this truck was released. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they had some reasoning. I mean, it's the same reason that, like, even though you can see the hitch and the hitch is very visible, you can't put trailers on almost all vehicles when you have the seismic vibrator. So, like, if you're going to do a seismic vibrator mission and you want to, like, pull a trailer with you for some reason, you can't. You just have to winch it. Except for, like, I think there's, like, 2 or 3 vehicles that you can. I forget what they are. I think one of them's the Zix. 4 years of feature creep. Power creep, yeah, basically, same thing. Same difference. We call that scope creep in my world, at my work. Are these all-terrains? I think these are all-terrains, which is actually better. Oh, you know what? We can just do that. Yeah, these are all-terrains. Keep forgetting I'm not on hard mode. Okay. Boy, it's really fighting me getting up this hill, isn't it? Did I not fix this thing all the way? What's going on with this? No, it's fixed all the way. Is it because I can't turn the all-wheel drive on it? Can I not get up this way? I don't really want to back that thing down. Well, it's because you can't turn the freaking all-wheel drive on. It's just not, like, able to climb this. All of these roads here are, like, really slippery. Like this, I feel like the developer of this map made dirt textures, like, more, possibly less. I don't even know how I would describe it. Yeah, and it's just slipping. Okay. I don't really want to try and back this thing down, but that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, this is definitely a true heavy. Evander Holyfield Real Deal Boxing, nice. You wanted to be a senior game tester? Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I wonder if I need to use the other truck. The other truck has got off-road tires. The fuel truck. I guess if we can't get it up this way, we'll have to try the other truck. This is also a much lighter truck than the Grad, I think. I feel like these trucks are... The Grad's a little heavier. It's probably got a... And it also had OHD ones, so... It's definitely got more pulling power. Come on, get turned around. Yeah, it's the biggest problem is this thing actually like sucks when it's not in both all-wheel drive and low plus with diff lock on. And because it's being towed and it's not mine yet, I can't turn either of those on. Try and get in between these two and get refueled. If this doesn't work, I'll just swap to the other one and try it. Well, and I mean, that's why I brought the repair down, because I was like, this is not coming out of here with no tires and no engine. Like, it needs to be able to turn on and have 8 tires. Gonna get a little steeper up here. This is the questionable, actually probably around the turn is the questionable part. And like I said, this one I put all terrains on, because I was using this one on the road, so. So I mean, it should have more grip on this somewhat slippery, non-dirt or non-mud surface. Should. Alright, can we get it up here? Will it drive up this hill? It's nice and straight here, at least. So we have to get to the turn, I guess. Nope, it ain't gonna go. This is not gonna get this up here. Alright, let's try the other truck. Get this out of the way. Otherwise, maybe we have to bring back one of the cats to get it out of here. That would suck. Alright, I think we're just gonna delete this trailer. Money gone, but whatever. Fuel truck with more weight might be okay, but I'm just relying on the fact that this one's got OMDs for their off-road tires, which is even better in certain situations. Wonder if you could push it up. That's true too. Like where if I do the winch behind and have it drive itself. Kind of. It's kind of working. I'm saying it's probably part the tires too. Now we gotta get in front and get it turned. This is gonna be the hard part now that it's in a sort of a weird spot. Yeah, it's definitely the tires. These tires just have more grip. Oop, I didn't put the parking brake on that. Bye! Yeah, it's definitely the tires. This is struggling way less. It's crappier on the roads, but this is where I need it. Yeah, let's see what it does here. This is about as steep as the other hill. Oh, uh-oh. Alright, let's do the same thing again. Might have to do that both ways. Yeah, that's the way to do it. I would like you to turn right if possible, but I don't think you're gonna. No, it wasn't. I tried it. It was like if it was doing it was doing it way too slow. That's alright. It's worked. Good idea. Oh, we're gonna get stuck again. Come on. You're almost there. We're like locked up right on this lip here. It's coming though. There we go. There we go. I just need to get over that edge so my tires could pull it. Right, and then... Oh, we gotta move this. Go like this. This is probably the better truck anyhow, just so I can refuel myself and it. I don't have to like stop anywhere. Yeah, we'll get up here eventually. Eventually we'll get this turned in, and then I think there's actually a couple of tasks that we need to move some big trailers, so we might just use it right away. I think there's a few left. I know there's at least a couple left. And there's also some pretty big deliveries that we got to work on yet, too. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Chonker boy. Go. Let's get moving. But yeah, I was talking with when I was yapping with Nate Province about my save. He was like, "Yeah, just add up how long your episodes are, and it'll tell you how many hours you spent doing it." I was like, "Yeah, but it's not really accurate because so like in between episodes, I do a lot of moving stuff around. There's also times in episodes where I cut or speed things up. Like so, the real time, like recording time versus even unrecorded time where there's things where I just do off camera, like moving a fuel truck around. Like, so like for this, I moved this cat, the other cat, and that other, the Quoran Grad down into that pit and discovered everything and then started moving stuff around. That was an hour worth of time of boring driving trucks around that people probably don't want to see. And it also let me make a screenshot, you know? So right, like it's hard to tell exactly how long I've spent on seasons because I have a lot of like non-recorded stuff, and he was like, yeah, I actually did that for this one where I moved like 4 trucks around, because he's like doing hard mode over again, but just the vanilla maps, because I don't know if I think he might be going to Amir. I think he started hard mode originally in Amir. So I mean, he had a save that was already through the vanilla maps and 1, 2, 3, you know, so like he's doing that part over so people can see it, and like he's just not gonna go any further on that save. But like he can add up his time, and it's fairly accurate. But I mean, he agrees that there's just some stuff that people don't care about, and it's like, yeah, you don't really want to like spend an hour logistically moving vehicles around on stream and be like, oh yeah, this is what we did. Like, I like to try and make that shorter for people, just because it's more, it's not necessarily more entertaining, but it's like less boring, you know? You know? And I don't mind doing the boring work while I'm just like putzing around or crap. You bugger. It's slipping on this road now, too. Makes me wonder if this truck is even going to be good to use here. Because you can't use anything but mud tires on that truck. That's the only option. MSH mud tires. Making sure that's nothing important. Nope. Still on call, so I have to look at my phone every once in a while. This one sucks too. I'm on call for 2 weeks this time. Normally 1 week at a time, which is not terrible, but it's still like any hour of the day it could happen. But I took so we've had a few people retire this year, which screws around the on-call rotation. So instead of screwing the on-call rotation, they asked for people to volunteer for, you know, filling the spots of the person that retired. So like I took one, and one of my coworkers took one of the person that retired. And this happens to be the the one that I took, the 2-week period, is because I took an extra week. And what that does is makes it so it doesn't screw with the rest of the on-call rotation, because then otherwise they have to like redo the entire rotation, move people's dates around, which like screws with vacations. Like I got vacations I need to take and I don't want to be like swapping weeks and stuff and having to like find somebody to take my week. I was like, whatever, I'll take an extra week. Yeah. It just sucks. I hate being on call, but it's part of the job. Make it daytime again. Yep, still good. Oops. Go back to the game. There we go. Time to rake some leaves. It is that time of year. You don't have to cut the grass anymore, but you do have to rake leaves. Otherwise, there's just like, I don't know. I feel like sometimes I'll just leave it. Sometimes I won't. It depends if my neighbor doesn't have a ton of trees. Like, we don't really have a ton of trees in our yard, so like there isn't a ton of leaves to rake. But it's leaves from, like, the neighborhood, you know, that just, like, blow all over the place. And, like, the very back of the yard, I don't screw with, because I'm just, like, I don't care if there's leaves there over winter. It ends up, if there's any, like, water or anything, it ends up getting, like, just a lake back there, and then it becomes frozen, so... Which it looks like that's right where they're going to be digging for whatever they're doing. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Good, kill all the grass back there, then I don't have to cut it. I hope they don't plant seed. Maybe I'll ask them when they're back there, if I see them digging back there, and be like, can you just not plant seed back here? Like, I don't want grass back here. Just dig it up and just put dirt, you know. It's fine. My grass is going to end up encroaching in there anyhow, but I don't really want to cut in the ditch in the back. It is like a ditch. It's like the backyards between the blocks in my neighborhood are essentially like a drainage ditch to go out to the road. And like, it's just super flat. Sly Coop, that's a new name. New-ish player to Snowrunners, been beating most of Michigan, Alaska, moving on to Tamer. Should I go hard mode to be more engaged with logistics, or is it more fun having more trucks on normal? So here's my opinion on hard mode, okay? Hard mode is no longer hard once you have money. So like the hardest part of hard mode is that beginning part of the game in Michigan, where you only have the Chevy, you only have the GMC, and you only have the Fleet Star. You don't get any DLC vehicles. So you have a limited amount of trucks. None of them have any upgrades. You have no money. You have like 6,000. I think it's like 59, 5750, something like that is what you start with. So you can barely like put a set of tires on something without doing a bunch of quests, right? You know, a bunch of missions. And then if you have to buy a trailer, that's a cost, and you don't get money back from selling trailers, and you have to pay for loading, $150 a piece, unless you buy a crane, which is like $5,900. So like, there's a lot of like early struggles in hard mode. Once you're me and you've been through most of the seasons of the game, and you have like $1 million of just expendable funds, it doesn't matter to pay $150 to load your cargo, and it doesn't matter if you have to pay to recover a vehicle, and it doesn't matter if you have to pay for gas because you have a ton of money. So like, the difficulty is that initial part that you're already through. So I would say just continue playing and have fun with the game. I mean, if you want to play hard mode, definitely do it. It's definitely a good challenge, but the challenge really ends pretty much once you hit Alaska. Like, once you're done with Michigan, if you 100% Michigan, and you get to that, you're probably... Oh, hold on. Text message. Election. Yeah, okay. Blah, blah. Not on call for work. But yeah, you get to... probably about level 22, I want to say. Oh, dang it. I just went back through. I meant to turn the truck on, but... Okay, we gotta do that again. But yeah, once you're past the level grind, because like that first initial part too, like let's say you don't have the jetpack, right, for the tires. You don't have the ability to put off-road tires on until you're level either 8 or 10 for your Fleet Star. There. And that's like a huge crutch. Like, people don't realize how much of a crutch that is until they go back and play it. I think all terrains are level 6, which level 6 is when you can finally put mud tires on your Chevy or Scout, whichever Scout you're using. So right, like you have to go from level 2 to level 6, so that initial play, you don't have the Jet Tire DLCs, and honestly, like, you don't need it. You really don't. It just kind of lets you cheat early game, because the Jats can go on anything, even at level 2, even if you don't have that type of tire unlocked. So that's why I don't like... If you're going to play hard mode, I almost would say play it the natural way, just because it kind of gives you that hardness, you know, of having highway tires until level 6. So makes that first initial part really difficult, right? But yeah, I mean, it's easier in normal. You can change the time. You can, if you don't feel like it being nighttime, you can change the time. You can recover your vehicles. When you go into the garage, you get fuel and repairs. Whereas you're like managing repairs and fuel and stuff in hard mode. And in like Michigan and Alaska and Tamir, by the time you're done with those 3, you have, depending on if you're gallons or liters, but just in gallons alone, I think I had like 5 semi-tankers of fuel left over from those 3. And I mean, you have like 4,000 to 5,000 gallons of fuel, probably 20,000 liters of fuel. So like, your fuel is not an issue. Like, especially in the first, the only map really that fuel's an issue is Smithville. But if you bring fuel there, or if you do the fuel trick with the that big container in Black River, there's that big green trailer. And if you turn the quest in, or deliver that green fuel trailer up to the right, and then drive it all the way to the garage in Smithville, it doesn't go away. You can keep it. So there's that sort of a little cheat code tip for you if you're going to do hard mode fresh. Always steal that trailer, or just use all the fuel out of it before you do that task. But I kind of like doing that task early just to get it done. And then, yeah, you can just, as long as you drive that over to Smithville, if it's in a different map when you finish the rest of that task, then it doesn't go away. The trailer doesn't disappear. But yeah, there's tons of fuel in Michigan, and there's even more in Alaska. I still, on my hard mode save, I still have probably like one, like this size fuel tanker worth of fuel in Alaska. I still have fuel in Alaska. Like, that's how much fuel I had. I mean, I've bought fuel in the regions that it's cheap, because it costs me less to buy fuel than it does to transfer a vehicle over to the other map and then fill it and then bring it back, right? But like that's how much fuel I've saved and used in the expensive regions where it is cost effective for me to deliver fuel via driving to a cheaper map, you know, or driving to a map where I have fuel for free. Yeah, it's actually this green trailer right up here. That's the one I'm talking about. There's a task in Michigan to deliver that big green trailer. And if you drive that, once you're done turning that phase of the task in, if you drive it all the way to Smithville Dam, it will not disappear when you finish the rest of the task. So. But yeah, I mean, if you're enjoying the game and you have the DLCs and want to play I mean, it's definitely... There's benefits to having the normal mode on because, again, like I said, going to the garage will fill you up and repair you, so you don't have to... That's like one of the more annoying parts for me personally on my hard mode save is just dealing with the repairs, because there's literally maps in this game that don't have resupply points. Like Season 8 does not have a resupply point. Season 11 has a really hard to get to resupply point. Season 9, I want to say it was. Did Season 9 have a... Yeah, it did have a resupply point. I think it was sort of annoying to get to as well. I'm trying to think where it was in Season 9. Season 10 had, like, resupply points everywhere. 7 had kind of an annoying resupply point, but it was available. But yeah, I mean, you got to use repair points or repair point add-ons and then fill those with money in order to repair your trucks. So the repair aspect is the thing that kind of is the most annoying for me in hard mode. I'm gonna get up this hill and then take a quick break and see what this message is. To not use the 2 DLC vehicles. Yeah, the ones you get from that 1-year anniversary is like the Patra 813, I think, and the... Or do you even get the 813 with that? I'm trying to think what you get with that one. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna check this message here. I got a message from work.
Frequencies never lie, take you high to deep sky. Resonance you can't defy, underneath the music's eye. Low frequencies never lie, take you high to deep sky. Resonance you can't defy, underneath the music's eye. Heartbeats sync in harmony, in this trance our unity. Notes we write, they carry me to the core where souls will see. Adam the shaman got the groove in his veins. Hustling magic, weaving charms and chains. Casting rhythms, making spirits rise. Dancing in the moonlight, twisting through the skies. Beneath the starlight, funky spells are cast. His beats are pounding, never moving too fast. Spicing up the night with his jazzy incantations. Moving feet, moving souls, causing celebrations. Adam the shaman, he's the mystic groove. Got us all enchanted, making bodies move.
Okay, I'm back. Little minor fire to put out. Let's see, what am I missing? Been pulling back and forth on whether hard mode or not. There's a lot of opinions out there. Yeah, and I still think so. The difficulty is really lies around money, right? Which fuel and repairs are also money. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. Drive up the ramp that I don't need to drive on. And like once you get past that, because it like hard mode doesn't make the mud muddier. Hard mode doesn't make the paths more or less difficult, because you still have to take the right path, you still have to use the right tires, you still have to pick the right vehicle, you still have to do the same amount of cargo deliveries. It's just an added difficulty of a financial burden, and then more of a logistics burden, because you really have to decide what vehicles you want to take to the next map, because it's $3,500 per vehicle to transfer the vehicle to the next map, or to the next region, I should say. So like, normal's definitely got that benefit of just not having to worry about it. And once you have money in both, it's basically the same game then. It's just quicker to get to the over the money hurdle and over the level hurdle, because you still have to do that same money and level hurdle on normal. It's just you have a couple more trucks and you don't have to quite as much worry about money because things cost less, but you still have to get over that hurdle from the very beginning of the game, you know? Yeah, so like hard is not... The difficulty of the game is not harder. It's just the difficulty of your financial burden. So yeah, in a way, like, I did hard mode because I like the challenge. And that's why I started my hard mode save, because I just like being challenged. And it is more of a challenge. I mean, like I said, there's just things like to find an object on the map. Let me just try and find something that's an example. Okay. That's where that's got to go. Where's that one that's... Oh, this one we're working on right now. So this right here, if I had this quest activated, this tells me this truck is exactly right here. On hard mode, it gives you a little yellow circle, and you pretty much have to drive into the circle with the quest activated to see the arrow of where it is. So like, that makes it a little harder to find the pick stuff off the ground quests that you do in this game. But I mean, it's not really that hard once you get used to how it works. But it doesn't tell you exactly where it is, right? Like you have to just kind of go to that area and then look with your eyes where the little marker, because it still shows the marker. Like if I let go of this truck, it'll show me a marker for this truck. And it works the same way in hard mode. It's just slightly different in locating that stuff and or truck and or whatever, yeah. And one of the nicer things I think with normal, which it costs, again, it just, you can do it in hard mode, it costs money. If you're playing on the same map, like let's say you're in Michigan and you want to go from the map in Black River to, or the garage in Black River to the garage in Smithville, you just store the truck, go to the garage in Smithville Dam, and then bring the truck to the garage in Smithville Dam. That in hard mode costs you $1,000. So again, once you have money, you can just do that as much as you want. Like I've done it many times before where I'm just like, I'll pay the $1,000, you know, like. I think the true hardest hard mode of the game would be to do a New Game Plus. So this is an option for you. You could do New Game Plus, where you could make it where you physically cannot transfer vehicles from one map to another, which makes the progression of the game very difficult, because you would have to rebuy trucks once you go to a new map. So if you go from Michigan, all your Michigan trucks just live in Michigan then. And you'd have to like go find a vehicle, but have enough money to buy something to go find the vehicles that are in Alaska and then do Alaska. So like you'd only have region specific vehicles if you turn that option on in hard mode. You can make the contracts and tasks and stuff give you less money, and then turn on essentially hard mode rules where things cost more money even. Like you can make fuel cost even more, you can make repairs cost even more. So right, like you could amplify the financial burden, but I feel like at a point it would still be the same thing where you would have enough money to deal with it, but like it would just make the struggle much longer. And it would also basically make it so if you did the option of not being able to transfer vehicles at all, then, and there's like you can set an option for literally no recoveries, so you can't recover the vehicle. So like even paying money is not an option. So right, there is a harder version of hard mode, but again, it's all monetary. It doesn't make the mud muddier. It makes it cost you more, you know. But that would be the hardest of hard modes, is setting the like extra hard mode settings in New Game Plus, making it so you can only do contests once, and if you fail, you can't complete the contest, so you don't get 100%. That kind of thing. Like you could make it like really like doomed mode, you know, but I don't think I'd ever go that far. That's just unfun at that point, like not being able to transfer vehicles to. I wish there was an option that you could make it so you couldn't transfer between garages in the current region, but you could still, once you're complete, like maybe like a toggle, once the region is at 100%, it costs you nothing to transfer it to the next map. Like that would be nice. The ability to repair just the cosmetics of your vehicle in the garage, because like every single one of my trucks in hard mode is all crumpled up. It looks like this truck in the back that's all like beat up and crumpled, because I just don't pay to repair them in the garage, because it's almost, I mean, I occasionally do, just because they get like so beat up that it bothers me, and then I end up doing it. But like I feel like it's sort of a waste of money to do it. So like most of my vehicles are just permanently crumpled up, because there isn't an option to just do body repair, right? Like just make it cosmetically look new again. Like that would be nice. I've always asked for which this would make hard mode a little more difficult, but the necessity to have a crane to deliver vehicles, or you have to pay money. So like in hard mode, you can pay to auto load your vehicle, but there's unloading is just unloading, right? Like you go to the spot, you unload it. Well, wouldn't it be cool to take your crane, lift the stuff off of your truck and set it down in a zone like there is in some maps? And some maps have that, but it's only for like a couple of select missions that it does that. And like I think it would be kind of cool to do that for everything in hard mode. Like all the stuff you delivered, you have the choice, especially in the beginning, like to have a crane pick it up, put it on your trailer, take it off your trailer, put it in the spot and deliver it. Like that'd be kind of cool. Like I would like that, because I like using the crane. I'm pretty much all my trucks in hard mode have cranes. I have probably $100,000 just in cranes. I don't remember what the number was. We added it up recently. And I think it was like 11, 12 vehicles maybe that I bought over the course of my hard mode series as well. And I still have over $1 million, so like you just can't buy every vehicle like you can in normal. Like normal, I feel like the money strain is so little that you can just buy whatever you want. I think we'll use those. Oops. I need my only rear option saddle high. Okay, so where's that delivery? There is. That's an ice roads one. Not quite ready to go there yet. I gotta do these. Oh, the rig trailers are one. They're the other parts of that. Where are the refinery tanks anyhow? Right there. Oh, it's those. We got some big stuff to deliver out here. That's got to go all the way across to there as well. Nice. That's a Manchester one. Generator to Manchester. I have like nothing but big stuff left, which is great. I love it. I love the big ones. like large orders. Long logs over there, Sequoia over there. We should start doing Sequoias to refinery tanks to Bennington. Where is the refinery tank? Goes there. Oh, it's over here. Oh, that's that big guy. Yeah, why don't we do that? That's a saddle high. That's a saddle high. Okay. We'll just transfer this guy over. Even though this is probably the worst map to be doing this on. This is like all road. Let's get this guy out of here. Here's my buddy. My Transtar. That's the fun part about the game though. You can do it however you want to do it. Like, doesn't matter. Where did that go? Did I put it out? I did. Okay, so we gotta go. That is not the task. This one. This way. Yeah, we can cut through. We can cut through. We'll go up this way, cut through. Probably easiest to come back that way too. Because this way I know it's got some hills. There's some hills in here too, but... Okay. Yeah, I like to, my most common uses is just 5-slot semi-trailers for low saddle. I'll take the sideboard semi or even the flatbed semi and just do as much as I can, including overloading. And just do, because of most of it's done in hard mode, I tend to just take 1 or 2 trucks back and forth. But I mean, if you have a whole fleet of vehicles and it's normal and you have a bunch of trailers, you can sell the trailers back in normal and actually get your money back. So it's easier to have multiple trucks and just do it. But I mean, it's still, if you're doing it by yourself, it's still the same amount of driving if you drive a truck there and then another truck there and another truck there versus driving the same truck back and forth. It's the same amount of driving. So just use the same truck if that's what you mean. If you have a truck you like to use, just use that truck. Use that in a semi-trailer, low saddle, or even high saddle. I don't really like the high saddle trailers as much as I like the low saddle trailers. But those work too. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pull behind trailers. There's a lot of people that are. There's a whole like group of people that are like, just put your mini crane and your sideboard bed on your truck and then tow another 2-slot trailer behind you, and that's how they do cargo. There's a lot of people that do it that way, and I hate those trailers because you can't really like back them up easily. That's just a personal preference. I would just much rather use a 5-slot semi. 5-slot semi also, like, if you play it correctly, can give you stability in trucks that don't have as much stability. Because when you have that angle on your favor, it actually sort of prevents you from tipping. So, mind you, in some cases it can be easier to tip because it's like a big long straight line that just rolls over to the side. But if you have the angle on your favor, it will actually prevent you from tipping and use it in your favor. But that's just, like I said, that's just sort of you can do it with a 2-slot trailer and just do lots of trips. Or a 2-slot sideboard, you know, attached to your truck, or 3-slot on a Kenworth, that kind of thing. Like, you just do it with that and just do it over and over. However you want to do it, that's the cool part about this game. Oh, I should probably lift the nose up. I guess there isn't too many places here that are going to give me grief that way. Yeah, this thing you can get pretty early on. I want to say it's like level 10. You can just buy this truck, and now mind you, it's very expensive. So like if you don't have a couple $100,000 of extra money available, I would say don't buy this. And then the other one, the snub nose one, that's a little bit better. Because it's got always on diff lock. I think it's always on all-wheel drive too. Now that I think about it, it's not selectable. That one also has a little bit more fuel, possibly, and that one I don't think you can get until like 22. Yeah, these are Russian trucks, so you have to be in like Taymyr to buy it, and then you'd have to move it somewhere if you're not in Taymyr. But I mean, you can take Russian trucks to American regions, and you can take American trucks to Russian regions. It's just, you have to buy them from the store in the region that is specific to it. We're gonna make it daytime again. Yeah, the only thing that's really bad about these is it's the same thing as the P16 where it's high saddle only. And honestly, the P16's like perfectly good for many regions. Like P16 you can use in almost every region in the game and it's totally fine because the special coated tires are very good. Nope. Yeah, no, you can take any truck to any region as long as you just put it in your storage and transfer it. Put it in your storage in Michigan and pull it out of your storage in Taymyr and it's just there. So, and on normal that doesn't cost money. So. The only thing that does kind of suck about these, so there is a relatively important upgrade for both of them called the active suspension. The active suspension for this one is in... Where's the active suspension for this one? Is this one in a mirror? They're in kind of annoying regions. The active suspension for the other collab, the short nose one, is in Yukon, I know. And then this one is possibly Kola Peninsula, maybe? So, like, you have to get through some of the regions and some of the more difficult regions to get the upgrade to make the suspension not suck. Otherwise, this one especially likes to dig its nose into the ground. And that when you go into here and say change suspension mode, it lifts it up a little bit, makes it a little higher so you don't have that problem. The big boy trailer. The 8 slaughter. Okay, this has got to go. Yeah, we'll just take the road straight this time, even though I know there's some hills this way. It's gonna be kind of a struggle, but it is what it is. It's the way we need to go. The most direct route to where we're headed. Yeah, it's kind of what I was talking about with hard mode or New Game Plus. You can make it a setting in New Game Plus to make it so you cannot transfer vehicles. Like, it's just not an option. So then you would definitely have whatever vehicles you buy or whatever vehicles you find in each region. You know, like, you can't take them to another region. So and that would make it probably, it actually would make it almost impossible to complete the game, because there's some regions that, like, so Maine, for example, you don't have a functioning garage, so you just wouldn't be able to do Maine, because you wouldn't be able to buy a garage, nor would you be able to bring a vehicle there. So because that's in Maine, you have to kind of like set your vehicles up in another region on how you want to use them in the beginning, and then you have to immediately start working on the task to make the garage functional, because that's the only option you have is truck storage. You can pull your trucks out of storage, but you can't buy new ones, you can't upgrade them, you can't do anything with them. It's just pull trucks out of storage. So yeah, I mean, it's not like Michigan where you just start with a truck, right? Like every other region is, you have to bring a truck, and then you can find the trucks that are there with that truck. So I mean, that would mean every region you'd have to buy a truck in the beginning, just so you could like do some stuff. And you have to kind of know the region too, because like, do you buy a Scout? Scout isn't always the right choice. Some regions you have to like immediately unlock bridges and do stuff. Like I said, in Maine, you have to like start unlocking the garage right away, so you need a truck that can haul things, you know. This thing doesn't really mind the slippery roads. Once you can turn the all-wheel drive on, it really does not mind. So far, it's better than I expected. I kind of expected these mud tires to just give me grief on these hills. We'll see once we get to the really steep hills. See what it does. Might just have enough power to just push through it. It's, you find out too late. Yeah, Maine was a shocker for a lot of people. When you got there and you're like, I do not have the ability to change anything on my trucks. So like, if you brought the wrong truck with the wrong attachments, or like if you brought a low saddle truck with a crane, you'd have to like go and find a trailer, because you can't, there's no trailer store either. You have to unlock the trailer store too to buy a trailer. So like, there's no trailer store, no nothing. But like, that's probably the best choice, is to go and find a trailer and then use that trailer to do all of your big deliveries, or a truck with a flatbed or a sideboard bed and a mini crane or something like that, you know, like to get some of the smaller stuff done. So right, like it was a shocker. Like it was a definitely something that, I mean, obviously there's always like PTS and information about the season, so like people knew, but like if you weren't like paying attention to that stuff and you just like jumped into it blindly, yeah, you would have been a little shocked by it. Like, we knew, but I mean, a lot of us, yeah, set up our vehicles early before before we started main. But yeah, here's a nice steep hill for this thing. And we're just going. Oh, that's a surprise. Pleasant surprise. Yeah, let me think of other seasons. So season 1, you pretty much want a scout to use right away. And you want a very capable scout with chain tires usually. Just because there's lots of ice. It is usually more beneficial to run chain tires in that region than it is to not run chain tires. But there's definitely places where you want good mud tires, because snow in this game equals mud. So treat it like mud and run. Chain tires do not work well in snow. Mud tires do work well in snow. But there's definitely lots of icy roads and like frozen lakes you can drive on that just make traversing there much easier. But yeah, I'd probably start with a scout there. Season 2, you definitely want to start with a 2-slot or low saddle with a trailer. Because there's just immediately cargo deliveries and bridges that you need to deal with. Yeah, you don't really find a nicer scout than the Chevy. I mean, the Scout 800 is pretty good too. Once you get used to not flipping it and put it, if you have the jetpack. So if you did buy the jet tires, I would say the Scout 800 probably is slightly better. Once you reach like level 12 and put a snorkel on it, because it's got a pretty high level requirement for a snorkel. Because the Jet MS3s, the good mud tires, add so much stability to the Scout. Like, it's such a good addition to the Scout. I mean, it helps the Chevy too, but it definitely helps the Scout way more than it helps the Chevy. And the Scout's a little more fuel efficient, has a little more fuel on the roof. It just isn't as good at towing trailers. So if you're going to tow any little fuel trailers or anything with it, the Chevy's a little better. But you don't really get a Scout upgrade, and you get, I mean, you do in Tamir. So if you're in Tamir now, you get probably the best Scout in the game in Tamir, which is the Tuz Tatran. It's like a little tank, it's a little 8x8 tank. The tires on that thing are coated. They are the best mud tires by far, like by 2.5 times of the next best in the game. The downfall of the Tatran is it does not have a snorkel, so you can't get it in water. You can't get it too deep in water. So it limits its uses because of that. And it cannot attach to trailers. So if you have to like tow Scout trailers around, you have to winch them. But that thing is pretty invincible. You can just drive it through anything except ice, because it does not have the ability to have chain tires. So if there's an icy spot, you need to use a different truck. Hey, what's up, bad boy? How's it going, buddy? How'd your stream go? I saw you were playing some Planet Crafter before. That was pretty sweet. It made me think about it. But yeah, and then once you get to Season 1, you also get the Ford F750, which is probably the second best Scout in the game. Which is debatable now. I would say that the new Earth Roamers from Season 14 are probably a little better than the I mean, not by much. The F750 is still really good, so you get the F750, you can pretty much use that for the rest of the game. Because that's like the universal everything scout that has infinite amounts of fuel and repair points. And then the Tuz is your drive through mud. Oh, you did some consim too? Nice. Alright, we got any more big trailers we can move around? We did that one. Or was that one? That was... Start Adventure was in here. That's where we were looking. I'm just trying to like pick up where we left off. Manchester, Manchester. Ice roads. Oh, this is rocket parts. Where is the rocket parts trailer? The rocket parts trailer is not here. Right there. Oh boy. It's in that really terrible mud. I guess we could go get it. It wouldn't be too terrible with that truck. Screw it, let's go do it. Yeah, that happens. I mean, I spent a week last week. I lost like 6 subs last week. I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. It is what it is. Alright. So we gotta go basically over here. Take this road back into here. We're gonna cut through here, which I haven't been through here yet. Go in this way. Up here. Through the rocket trailer. I have to figure out how to get in there too. We're just gonna cut through. Is that when your surgery is 5th of November? Coming up. Boy, that's one heck of a day to have surgery. To go vote and then go have surgery. Oh, you ain't voting that, so you ain't voting before that. That's if your surgery is at 7 a.m. I did early voting. I went and did my early voting this year because I was on call, so I was like, I don't really want to be stuck in line for however long it's going to be stuck in line for. And like get paid for work. Like that would suck. I wonder if this is gonna have enough fuel to get that thing out of there. It's a pretty long trip up there, and then we have to drive it back. Oh geez. So yeah, you gotta get up super early. Well, good luck. Hopefully they fix it. Get things situated. How long is recovery? Is it like a 6-week thing, 8-week thing, something like that? Or do you have to like do rehab or something for your leg? One to 3 months for you. Do you have to do like rehab or anything for like help with motion or anything like that? Because I know, isn't it your knee or is it just your leg, or like a hip or something? Or a lot of that kind of stuff requires you to like, it helps to go to like some sort of rehab facility to help you like get motion back and like work on building muscle strength and that kind of thing. Leg? Okay. Don't know about rehab. I would say if they recommend it, do it. Because it helps. It definitely helps. Because I mean, you go so long without using it, like it's not that you forget how to walk, it's that like you just don't have the muscle strength there anymore, and they help you build that muscle strength up in the places that need it so you can like be stable on your feet again, and you know. And it also is like, just gives you exercises to work, because like muscles also help reduce pain, because like if there's like pain from it, like you can like build up your muscle strength to the point where like it doesn't hurt as much, because it's just like muscle stagnation, or I'm trying to think of the word for it, like where you're just like not using them, and it helps just to do that as well. And they give you exercises and stuff that they work on with you there, and then you can, some of it they teach you to do at home, like where it's like, because I did that for my back. I went and did rehab for my back, and like, man, did it help so much. Because she gave me like exercises to do, and like we kind of like worked on how far I could like twist and bend and that kind of thing, and then like each time I went in, we like checked more on how far I could twist and bend, and it was like noticeable improvement every time. So hey, buddy. The dog's down here. Oh, is it a stint? It's like a blood flow thing? Yeah, probably. I mean, they might. I don't know. Maybe not. But I mean, I'm sure you probably can't, like, put weight on it for a while. Physiotherapy, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Depends on what the injury is. Ooh, this road is icy. This road is icy. Yeah, and that's exactly the whole purpose, is to like get you back to your full range of motion and like back on your feet sooner, right? Like that's the whole purpose behind it, any type of physical therapy. And mine was to help it so my back didn't like cause me loss of sleep, you know. Yeah, I'm sure that's just for wounds and checking your condition. And I mean, that's sort of standard surgery practice. Unless it's like an outpatient surgery. Oh, am I gonna have to squeeze this thing through this little tiny... I saw there was a gap between the buildings. Oh boy. Alright, let's see if there's another way in here. Is there a thicker passageway through here? Oh, that's blocked. Okay, what about behind? What's behind look like? Boy, there's just like demolished rockets everywhere back here. It's pretty funny. Yeah, this is the way out. Take it around the back of the building. Alright, so is this just a trailer? No, this has got rocket parts on it. I gotta come back and get... No, there's actually a place to get parts in Bennington. But I don't necessarily have to come all the way back here, I don't think. It's a pretty cool little area. It's like an abandoned rocket facility that, you know... This is the one that Elon caught right here. This is the one that he caught, and it's still usable. We're taking it. These are all the ones that crashed. We're reusing this one. Did you see that? Tell me you guys saw that. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. See that gigantic rocket just coming out of the sky, and that like gigantic, like if you saw the picture of that thing up close and like how huge that freaking structure was, and it just like snatched it out of the sky. It was just like, yoink, you come with me. Freaking technology, man. So great. So many cool things. We can't go that way to Bennington. That bridge is out. The heavier physics gets, the crazier it is. True. Yeah, instead of going that way, we'll go this way. We'll go this way. This is also an 8 slot. We just gotta watch turns. Hour for prep, yeah, it's pretty standard. Clean you up, they've ever gotta shave your leg. Where they're making the incision, at least they probably gotta shave it. You have a little shave spot on your leg. Oh, it's in there. Okay, yeah, they gotta shave that too. Don't do it. Ooh, that was... We slid all the way down that hill. That was ice. I thought it was gonna roll. Had a moment of heavy physics in game, yeah. I have no idea how that didn't just flip over. A long trailer. Calculated skid, yeah. Inside of this thing looks pretty cool. Don't fall off of that cliff. Funny part is that's the road we're taking. I can see it right down there. Dining room cozy. Yeah, this thing does way better on the road than I thought it was going to. I thought with the muds it was going to be, because like everything in here seems to be a little bit, it is so heavy though. That probably helps it a lot. This thing is like extra heavy. It is a chunky boy. Just jump off the cliff, go to the road. I mean, if I was in like a scout, I might do it, but it's still pretty steep. If I wasn't towing this extremely long 8-slot trailer that sticks out like 2 slots past the 8 slots, then yeah, I probably would. World's largest Nerf gun bullets, yeah. They didn't need that stop sign back? Yeah, no. I have no respect for traffic signs in this game. Except for when they get stuck in your grill and then cause you to like yeet into the sky. That's when I have respect for the stop signs. I feel like they purposely just leave that bug in the game too, just because it is so funny when it happens. Oh, I have had to pay for that damage on hard mode. I definitely have had to pay for that damage. Uh-oh. This is a nice steep hill. Going for lunch? Okay. Come on. Climb. I gotta stay with at least a couple tires on dirt. Ooh, I like mac and cheese. Maybe that's what I should make. Maybe I'll make myself some mac and cheese for lunch, dude. I think I got a few left. That's what I told my wife. My wife's like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, honestly, hot dogs and mac and cheese would be totally fine. I like some like ultra basic food sometimes. like some boiled hot dogs and some mac and cheese. Be super happy with that. Yeah, you got to get like the cheaper the box of mac and cheese, dude. Like the powder, the crappy powder, and like some milk, some butter. Like that Velveeta stuff, or like the ultra fancy mac and cheese, like, or the stuff that's like in the little cups and stuff. It's all garbage. You need like the most generic crappy mac and cheese you can get. That's the best kind. It's the one that tastes the best. Yeah, like the other stuff is like I guess it is kind of greasy because it's like Velveeta is sort of like not ever solid, so it's just got a ton of oil in it. And like the cups, I think they put a bunch of oil in too, so yeah, just not as good. Not as good. Oh, I gotta figure out turns here. That's gonna be the challenge in this map, is making turns. I don't think hills will be an issue. Yeah, we probably should just go this way. We can get some gas. We'll have to ditch the trailer to get gas. And then this turn is nice and open. This hard left is nice and open, so. There's stage 3 fuel tank. I do have to go all the way to a different map to pick up the rest of the stuff for this. Well. Oh, jeez. Their birthdays are on Christmas. That's like... It's cool, but it also sucks. Like, I feel for people that have their birthdays. Like, my dad's birthday is, like, in the early part of January, so he like, kind of... I always feel bad, because he always, like, my mom's always like, well, let's just do something for Christmas and maybe Dad's birthday, and it's like, but Dad wants to have a separate day for his birthday. Like, I get it. Like, I don't want to have this... I don't want to have a combined, you know, like, Thanksgiving birthday, you know, or something like that, you know? Where, like, everybody's getting together anyhow. No, I want to have my own day. Ooh, this turn is gonna suck. That is stuck on that. We are gonna have to very carefully get this around this. Just tell your wife you feel dirty and cheap today and just watch her reaction. That doesn't work anymore. Dang, 95. Impressive. Yeah, but do you really get double the presents if you have a birthday on a holiday or on another thing? Do you really get double the presents? Or do people just spend like 150% of what they would have spent on you? You know, like is that really? I mean, I'm not greedy about it. I don't really care about getting presents, but like, do you really? Like, I feel, like I said, I feel bad for the people that don't have a separate day, because like you get off for a holiday on Christmas, right? Like, or whatever, depending on where you live, but and who you work for. But yeah, most people get off on the holidays, and right, you get 2 cards. Because I mean, my mom, her birthday is always right by Mother's Day, so it's the same thing. Like, I always feel bad. I'm like, no, we need to go out for Mom's birthday too. Like, let's go out to eat somewhere because it's Mom's birthday, not because it's Mother's Day. Like, we need to go out and do something for Mother's Day too, but let's go out next week for Mom's birthday. You know, like, let's go do something different. You know. Because she never wants anything. It's a real mom thing, right? Oh, I don't want anything. And you buy her something, you buy her flowers or whatever. And then, like, you buy her flower. You can't really buy her flowers again for her birthday, so you got to get her something else, you know? So it's like, which is fine, but like, it's just, I feel bad just saying, like, here's your birthday / Mother's Day flowers, you know? Like, that's cheating. That's not fair. Yeah. That's totally not fair. Here's a card, I wrote happy birthday in it, but it's a Mother's Day card too. You know, like, that's cheating. You can't do that. You gotta get them at least get them 2 cards, you know. Yeah, my wife and I are going to, this is her big 4-0 this year. So the 11th anniversary of her 29th birthday. And we're going to Hawaii this year. We're going to, she said, I want to go somewhere nice. And I said, do you care if I plan it? And she said no, so I just planned a trip to Hawaii. And she was like, I didn't expect that. And I was like, I want to go to Hawaii too. Like it's not just you going to Hawaii. Like, I've never been there before. I want to see some of the sights there. You know? So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing like a 9-day trip to Hawaii, because it's like super. I'm in the Midwest, so like I have to travel. I think it's like 8 hours of flight, and it's like, I want to say Hawaii is like 6 or so hours of time difference. So like right now it's, what time is it right now? 12:48 a.m. or sorry, p.m. So it's just after lunchtime, and I think it's like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. there right now. I think it's like 5 or 6 hours of difference. So yeah, that's gonna suck. We're gonna have to spend a day just getting over jet lag and getting used to the time. And then when we get back, same thing, which I'm of course going back to work immediately the next day, so that's gonna be fun. Okay. About this wide. Sorry, stop sign in advance. Don't get stuck on my trailer, that's all I want. Okay, we're good. So yeah, that's why in the beginning of December I will be not here for 2 weeks. My normal Wednesday evening streams will not be present for 2 weeks. Because I think we're leaving on a Tuesday and coming back like the following Thursday or Friday is what it is. So yeah, we'll be out for a bit. This thing does quite good in this region. I very much expected it to suffer on the roads, but I think it's just too heavy. It just has grip. I think this is the, well, I guess the P16 we have. That's a heavy too. And that thing kind of suffered a little bit. Going up the real steep hills, it was having some issues just of slip. Oh. So what are these on here then? Are these not fuel tanks? There's nothing on here? Yeah, there's no cargo. So how am I supposed to load fuel tanks on this trailer? That's probably not supposed to be that way. I guess you can load them in regular trailers. So maybe this trailer is just here now. This trailer could just be a permanent fixture of this area. Yeah, but this thing allows you to load 2. Well, it is what it is. Okay, where do we have to go? We have to go to the Manchester. I think it's just in Manchester, right? Where's my parts? Yeah, it's mainly road. Take the same way in, probably. Comes through this way. Go get parts. Okay. Let's go. Do I need fuel in this thing? Probably not. Pretty fuel efficient. We do, we'll just bring a fuel truck to it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it's like the type of fuel truck things that you pick off the ground, which do fit in this trailer. So I guess we can go straight. We'll go straight and tap the fuel just to be all the way full. Yep, and then right and straight. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna use this truck, probably with chain tires, but just like this, in Yukon. That's the plan. We're gonna do a whole bunch of deliveries with this guy in hard mode Yukon. Because there's a bunch of deliveries you can do just on the road. Hey, but you need chain tires for the road, so. The Transtar is definitely coming to Yukon. Because it's so fuel efficient too, like it's got really high power to weight because it's super light, so it actually has really good power for its size. And it gets really good fuel economy, so it's actually like technically a really good hard mode truck. Just don't get it stuck, because if you get it stuck, you're grabbing something to pull it out. But it's also really light, so it's very easy to pull out as well. So like if you have, you know, a CT681 or something, you know, something smaller, a little more lightweight on the side of like off-road or heavy-duty trucks, you can just pull it out with a Fleet Star, you know, like you don't need a big heavy truck to come rescue it. Alright. Yeah, let's do this right away. Alright. Was there gas right here? I never even noticed that there was gas right here. Man, there's nothing to fix this bridge, but I feel like if there was, it would make this so much easier. Hey. Unless it's like not unlocked yet or something, that could be, but I looked through and I couldn't find a single thing that was to fix that bridge. This thing's also like really short wheelbase, which is pretty good actually in terms of just being able to get over obstacles and rocks and that kind of thing. It's just because it's not all-wheel drive. It struggles a little bit with that, but it can actually get itself over quite a few things, especially loaded. Really doesn't have a problem getting up or down things. Just real deep mud and like heavily rocky areas it has problems with, but If it's just dirt, it's totally fine, and even a little bit of mud, it can just drive through it as long as there's weight on the rear. Got a good turning radius, nice sharp turning radius. I was on the brakes the whole way down that hill. It was just like, nope. Yeah, they come from a warehouse in this region for the fuel tank, so I think those are the small 2-slot ones, but we'll see. If they're 4-slot and I have to do this 6 times, I don't know if I'm going to finish this today, but... Where are we at, anyhow? 61. Getting there. I think Wednesday we'll have to just do nothing but deliveries. No randomly getting vehicles, or... There isn't too many vehicles to go get anymore, I guess. Just do all of the big deliveries. Take overloaded, large, massive amounts of cargo, as much as we can take. Uh-oh, don't go off the road. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. That's right, that hill was coming up with the bridge. I'll have to pay mind. I don't know if it was icy or not. I think it was just we were going too fast, but that's coming up. I think that's where we went, man, unless that was the other way. Maybe it was the other way. Just gotta be careful with hills. No, it was coming back. It was this way. Was it? Yeah, it was coming back. Never mind. It was coming down here, right here. Come on. Up. That's annoying. I'm like burying myself in the mud here. That wants to only pull right. I gotta get to that one over there. Is this gonna be enough to get me out? Nope. Uh-oh. I almost feel like I have to let myself out, but I can't get to the other side. Let's see what happens. There we go. Ooh, nope. I keep getting the ones that are breakable. That's the one I want. Take another shot at this hill. We gotta take it on the other side. There we go. Okay. You're in a bad spot. We're in a very bad spot. This guy? Can I get the trailer to come around? This trailer's gonna like prevent me from moving forward at all. I'm like hung up on this branch. Come on, get out of there. Alright, let's do something kind of dangerous. Nope. There it goes. It's like almost to the point where I could start it too. If that trailer moved out of the way, I would have been able to start it. Oh, there we go. Nope, not quite. It's so close. It's so close to like past 50 where I could use the crane. Ooh, it did start. Got it. Got it. Now we just need to get it out of here. Okay. I just need to come off of this trailer just a little bit. That can be not on the trailer. And we need to go forward so we're back on the road. There we go. Not exactly what I wanted, but it kind of works. Okay. I can get this unjackknifed. We might have to detach it again a couple of times. Yep, let's do that. We'll just pull it up to us now. There we go. Much better angle. Okay, now let's try the left side. Yeah, it just drove right up when I went up the left side. Whoops. Yeah, these trailers are light enough that you can just pick them up with the blue crane doesn't necessarily like doing it. The Russian trucks don't do it as well. The yellow crane definitely can lift this trailer. If it's empty, for sure. If it's full, it can still kind of lift it. But it's somewhat difficult. You're almost better just like tipping it with the crane and putting the stuff on the ground and then lifting the empty trailer. But yeah, you can put it right on top of where your attaches, and then you can just hook it up that way. Especially if it like tips over, you can just pick it up from that, and then it ends up usually flattening out, and you can just attach it. That was quite a bit of fuel we used doing that. We're still probably okay though. We're more than half, so. Okay. See how big this stuff is. Oh. Well, those are big. Those are 3 slotters, okay. And that's a single slot. So I need 2 of these, so we actually need to just do this like this twice. Because it's 2 stage fuel tanks and 4 engine assemblies. Ooh, I wonder if that's right, my wife is in freaking a city we used to live in, by a restaurant we used to live in, and she asked me if I wanted some food from there yesterday, and I told her what I wanted. We'll see if she actually goes there. Then I will not be having mac and cheese for lunch. I mean, obviously I'm a big fan of Satisfactory because that's what's also going on the channel currently. So like factory builder games, anything that's simulation really. And then I play my World of Warcraft when it's a new season. I play World of Warcraft. I've always had some sort of MMO on the docket. Like I played some Final Fantasy 14 back in the day. Could go back to that. I've been a few expansions. I could probably catch up and do all the quests and stuff. That's fun. But yeah, like mainly simulator incremental type games where you're like working up to something, obviously. Like Out of War, I was actually gonna play Out of War today, and I decided against it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play Snowrunner instead. Because these impromptu streams are not planned, or people are not expecting them, so the only day I normally stream is Wednesdays. And some days on the weekend when I just have free time, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna play some video games. Old Gran Turismo, man. Oof. That brings me back. I think because this thing is so well set up for road, we're gonna take this to the road. I have Dyson Sphere Program. That's another really cool factory builder game. That's one that's always just installed. I play that every once in a while. Description: I go live random games. Hard part is switching, because you're like in a category under a game when you go live on. So like if people are looking for Planet Crafter and they come to your stream and it's not Planet Crafter, then right, like that's the difficult part, is switching in between. And if you, because it's YouTube, like we were discussing before, if you disconnect the stream, or in my case the internet goes out on you and you come back, the stream is like a completely different thumbnail and stream ID and, you know, different link for YouTube and that kind of thing, because you got disconnected. Or if you disconnect to change games or change the title, that kind of thing, right? Like, or the type of game, so it is separate, then you lose all your viewers, which sucks. They have to come and find you again. Ugh. Easy. But yeah, I mean, I like a lot of random. I mean, I've played lots of like Diablo games in the past. I haven't really done a ton of Diablo 4. I don't know, like it started pretty rough and like it's actually pretty good now. Like Diablo 4 is actually pretty good, but I don't like have the time investment that I used to into that, because I'm just playing so many other things, and like that's a game where you really have to like focus on it for a while. But yeah, I mean, I played lots of D3, D2, that kind of thing, so like those games are fun. Never really was like a League of Legends person. Counter-Strike I played way back in the day, but I'm too old for that shit now. There's like little Timmies that come on and they're just like in their mom's basement being annoying. And it's like, I'm just irritated by that kind of thing nowadays. Get off my lawn, kids. Oh no. Yep. That sucks. What we got over here? Guess we have vehicles in the garage. Anything with a crane? No. Sigh. I don't really have any like heavies. The one thing that this doesn't give you, any like really beefy vehicles. I mean, I could use DLC stuff, but I don't want to. Oh. Yeah, I had to run, so my wife gets, she has this farmer lady that's nearby us that she gets eggs from, and she had me go run and get eggs. So I was gone for a little while. I had to go run chores, run errands. The trailer store really up the hill? It is up the hill. That's kind of crappy. I like the 114 SD is actually pretty good. You get one for free in Season 9. So if you get to the point of doing Ontario, there's one for free. Just you discover it, it becomes your truck. But it's definitely a good truck. It's a little underpowered, but I would say it's a little more powered than the White Western Star, but it's also slightly more flippy than the White Western Star. So it's like similar, but it's slightly better, slightly faster than the White Western Star. It's just, like I said, you got to be a little more careful with it because it's a little bit higher centered, so you can get a little squirrely with it. But yeah, it's a good truck. I like it. I like this kind of truck that's like not overpowered, right? Like, because there's some trucks in this game that just make it too easy. Can you log with it? Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. It definitely can do mediums. It can do shorts. Once you get to shorts, where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, we got to turn left. Play some Snowrunner with you? Possibly. Depends when. I mean, like I said, it's sort of with work and recording and that kind of thing, I don't have a ton of extras free time, but because I still like run my channel and do a video a day Monday through Friday, but which reminds me I need to do some editing later today and tomorrow. But and I have a wife and a job and that kind of thing. But yeah, for me, if it lines up and you're just doing it and then I'm around, sure. Okay, I gotta go across and then down to get to where this truck is. I'm actually gonna leave the trailer here because we're gonna use this to go get the other three parts, and we'll just tandem drive. I just gotta pick this thing up first. Okay, yep, this way. I gotta give it a little bit more of a oomph tug. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, there. Whoa, crane. Whoa. You're doing weird stuff. Trying to get it to set in there. There we go. Assuming I can pick these up. Yep. Crap. Dang it. I should have packed that. Now it's in a really bad spot. Do I have all the maps? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, all the maps, all the DLCs. Come on. Oh, I do not have Planet Humble on Planet Crafter now. Nope. I haven't bought that one yet. It's like a game that I play occasionally that... Man. This is what I mean about this thing's a little tippy. Get weight up high on it, it starts to get a little wobbly. Okay, that should be good. Okay. With a trailer, it's fine. You just have to be careful around turns, but and use the trailer as stability. But when I probably wouldn't use this thing ever as a 2-slot truck, whereas like the White Western Star is a really good 2-slot truck. Zombie games. Yeah, I don't really play any of the Call of Duties because it's a shooter, right? So like. And like, I don't know, I just haven't enjoyed playing shooter games in years. Okay. Like I actually bought, the hell was that one? Helldivers 2, and like it made me so mad that I refunded it in like an hour. I was just like, I do not want to play this. In fact, any game that like has a PvP player versus player type mode, even like League of, that's another reason I don't really like League of Legends. People are shitty in those games, and I just don't like playing games that people are shitty in. So that's the short version is I just don't really like playing a game where it's versus other people. Like co-op with other people is fun because you're like working together and you're not like out to be a dick, you know? like any game that like can like I think there was one time where I had Tank Baby come and he played with me on what was that, American Truck Sim, right? He came and like, and he was like smashing into me for fun, and I was like, oh, I'm having connection problems, I can't really like maintain the stream and multiplayer, so I'm just gonna play by myself. And it was a lie. I just didn't want to play with him because he was smashing into me. Like I was just like, get out of here. Like, I don't want you smashing into me for funsies. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, don't take my cargo and throw it in a river in Snowrunner either. Like, that'll just make me mad and I'll just kick you from the game. Yeah, I mean, anything that's the only game that I enjoy playing that is a game that is a shooter game is Hunter Call of the Wild and Way of the Hunter. Those are good shooter games because they're realistic shooter games, and you have to have time and patience and that kind of thing. Like, those are really good games. So those are two shooter games that I have, and they are multiplayer. I haven't bought a DLC for Hunter Call of the Wild or Way of the Hunter in a while, but like, those are really fun games, but they're like really slow, like really slow. Yeah, Call of the Wild is awesome. That game is like just the mechanics behind like shot placement and the breaths and that kind of thing, and like it's very neat. Plus like the leveling again, a game that's got some sort of progression in it, like you have to level and unlock better rifles and better ammo and that kind of thing. And there's like a skill tree. So like that's the kind of stuff, that's the kind of game that I really enjoy playing. But yeah, just your gratuitous shooter, no, I just meh. I played Counter-Strike way back in the day before it was Counter-Strike Go. Like back when it was just Counter-Strike. I played Doom back in the day. We used to do LAN parties of Doom with my friends. But that was like the extent of me playing shooters. What is that radio mod? That's just a snippet of Winamp. That's the top left corner of my Winamp screen playing some AI music that is non-copyright. Quake 3, dude. That brings me back. Yeah, you remember Doom 2 and like the railgun and the rocket launcher and stuff? It was like cheat code. We would like snipe each other from across the map with railguns, and I'd like fire off a rocket launcher and they would be like coming around the corner. It would like smack them in the face as they got around the corner, and they're like, "You're cheating," and it's like, well, yeah, I can see your screen. We're playing together, you know. Some UT, dude, Unreal Tournament, yeah. Those are the fun days of. Like nowadays, it's just like I said, it's a bunch of little freaking Timmies that are like 8 that like tell you to go fuck yourselves on voice, and then you like say, don't make me come and tell your mother that you're using foul language. Delivery driver service. Interesting. I'm pretty excited for Roadcraft. I'm interested to see what Roadcraft ends up being, which is the succession of this game. Roadcraft looks cool. I'm hoping it is cool. I'm hoping it's not another Expeditions, but... I actually did play Expeditions the other day, too. I was like, this is actually, like, not as bad as I remember it, but... it's still pretty bad. Hey, what's up, Lane? Yeah, Roadcraft, if it, as long as it's like allows you to do things in a sandbox manner, right? Which is why I like games like Satisfactory. Like, the entire game is sandbox. You build wherever you want, you do whatever you want with the resources. You put the belts wherever you want. You build up, you build flat, you know, that kind of thing. Like, it's just a neat game. And like, as long as that game, if you're building in that game, it allows you to just build wherever in a sandbox manner, and doesn't like restrict you to like build on this little gray square. Like, like, I'll be happy with it, I'm sure. I'm sure I will enjoy that game if it's just a build anywhere. Like, this road needs to be redone, just build this road. You know? Finish Cola, now you're on to us. Are you skipping Yukon? Did you not do Yukon? Or did you do Yukon already? Or are you just doing Wisconsin because you want to do Wisconsin? That's also okay. Oh, hoping they don't push graphics on it too hard. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this was just a steep hill. It wasn't icy, really, per se. I like to play out of order. I'm trying to get the best trucks before I go to harder regions. I mean, Yukon isn't that hard. It's just time-consuming. A lot of back and forth, a lot of deliveries. I wouldn't call Yukon any harder or easier even than, like, Wisconsin's pretty hard as well. In terms of difficulty, Wisconsin's, like, up there. Ah, okay, so your computer can run it. Yeah, that's good. As long as, yeah, I mean, that's the thing with newer games is they make them more and more detailed. Like, FS25 looks freaking... Have you guys seen some of the stuff for FS25? Like, I'm super excited. I'm going to be playing some of that. Like, the fog effect and, like, the god rays and stuff from suns, like this kind of stuff. They added that all into... And it's, like, way better. The weather effects are better. There's, some terrain deformation when you drive over stuff. Like, you leave ruts. I don't know how bad it's gonna be, but it looks really cool. I'm pretty excited for it. I did pre-order it with JJ's code. I don't have his code, but if you're here, let me not. Oh, I'm stuck. This is bad. What is going on here? I was just straight up sliding backwards down that hill. That was cool. It was just like, nope. Alright, let me get to the top of this hill. I'll plug JJ's stream here in a second. Or his channel. I don't have his link for the farm sim thing, but if you're interested in buying farm sim and you haven't already, you can go here. That's his channel in a second. And you just click on one of his recent videos, and there should be a link in the video that will take you to the Giants website. And it doesn't really, I mean, it gives him a little tiny kickback, but basically just a lot. We're trying to get him early access, even though it's like almost to the end. I don't know if he's gonna get it or not, but he's like working on being a Giants partner, so you can whatever, get a little bit earlier access to the games. And it would be cool just so we can have like one of our little clan of community people have access to it. So hopefully he gets his computer fixed before the 12th. We seem to been having some technical difficulties. I just hope he's not going stir crazy. He's normally streaming every day, so. Oh, wife is home. Wifey's home. Oh geez. Yeah, that's some struggle bus. The laptops never really run as good as an actual PC do, and it's an older one that was running Windows 8. That's crazy. I'm surprised you're able to stream at the quality that you are. Not flip this one. I mean, it might play if you play on like really reduced settings. Just turn all the new features off. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. I'm kind of surprised that you're able to do 720. I mean, if you're able to do that, you should be able to just turn everything all the way down on Farm Sim 25, and I bet you it'll play on that laptop. You probably won't be able to stream it, but you'll probably be able to play it. Like, minimum requirements are not that high. And minimum requirements are sort of a loose thing. Like, they don't assume that you're going to turn everything down and off, you know? Yeah, I mean, whatever. Monitor's monitor. I mean, the size of the monitor is just you looking at it. It's not the resolution or anything. Yep. Yeah, that's true. Mostly video card matters. Very true. Oh, there we go. There's third. Finally got third. Nope. Just kidding. Just a lot of weight. Think we'll have enough fuel to get to the gas station? It'll be tight, but I think we will. Yeah, I mean, here's the worst part about laptops. Like, laptops are great and everything, but like laptops, the video RAM and the video card is never as good as what's in a computer. Because there's never as much cooling as there can be in a computer for the VRAM, which is really important when you're running graphically intensive games. So like, they just can't perform as well as something that is a bigger computer. But I mean, if that's what you want to get, just get a laptop. Like, it's nothing stopping you. Laptops are always going to perform worse, though. Always. But yeah, having one with some extra RAM in it. I mean, RAM is the regular RAM for a laptop is basically just as efficient as RAM for a normal computer. It's just smaller, more compact, more expensive. Yeah, and I mean, Alienware definitely makes some of the best, but I mean, the whatever video card it is, if it's an NVIDIA or AMD or whatever, like, it's the same chipset. And it's the same amount of RAM, but it's built in a compact manner that doesn't have as good a cooling. So you're never going to have as much fan on it. So therefore, when it gets stressed out, it's going to get hotter, which means it's not going to perform as well, and it's probably going to underclock itself, so it can not produce as much heat. And that's just the technicality behind how computers work. I mean, that's why there's so many gigantic fans inside of a PC nowadays, like liquid cooling for CPUs and stuff, because it needs it. Like, it just needs that much cooling to work. To work at maximum efficiency, it needs that much cooling. Am I gonna get that around that corner? I am. Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, sometimes you'll kill it because it didn't throttle. It just overheats. I mean, if that's, like I said, if that's what you want to use, just use it. Like, it's not gonna hurt. I mean, just don't expect the same performance as you would out of a PC. And mind you, I mean, that laptop is gonna be way better than your existing laptop, so. Like, it will be way better. It's just you're paying more for the same thing that you could get in a desktop. You're actually going to pay more. The only bad part about it. Like, for a PC with the same stats, it would be a few $100s cheaper, and you're still buying a monitor because you said you want to get a second monitor, so, like, that's the way I look at it. If you're only ever going to play at home, there's no reason to actually have a laptop. Like, I don't have a laptop. My work laptop is my only laptop. Yeah, I mean, it's a 4090. Oh, what happened there? I saw your message about 4090. Oh, caps. Did it really hit you for caps? Stupid Streamlabs. I saw your message. It's a 4090. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I ever would want to game somewhere else in my house, even. Like, i9 14900, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's again the same. How much is the laptop, if you don't mind me asking? Probably $3,000, 2,500. That's my guess, at least. Uh-oh. You did a heist, but there was no amount. No points. Hey, what's up, iDrive? How you doing? How's it been? Yeah, too late. You got stuck. Don't have a Nintendo Switch? No, I do not. Nope. Oh, it's doing this again. I gotta get this thing up to the top of the hill before we grab the other one. $3,300. Holy shit, man. You could easily get a tower for under $2,000 for those same specs. For a 4090 with a i9, easily. I bet you it'd be just under $2,000. It'd be like 1,800 bucks. And you could buy two monitors and have... You could buy two monitors, a very nice mouse, a very nice keyboard, and still be cheaper than that entire laptop. And that's sort of my point. Like, it's not saying that you shouldn't, but that is a lot of money to blow on something that's just there because it's mobile. Pretty good. Halloween was fun. I got a little bit too drunk. My cousin came over and we were drinking in the garage, handing out candy, and it got towards the end and we were drinking a little harder, and he ended up staying over for a couple hours after that, and I paid for it yesterday. So it's $32.99 with 5 different coupons? Yeah, dude, that's too much. That's like you're never gonna recoup that investment. That's the thing. Plus, a PC, if you want to upgrade it, is way easier to just put a different replacement part in. Something goes bad, you want to put a different stick of upgraded RAM in it, different video card in it, you just take the old one out, slap a new one in, and install a driver, you're done. Whereas a laptop, yeah, you're stuck with what it is. RAM and hard drive is about the only thing you can change. You can't change a video in a laptop. Oh yeah, I mean, but like, you know what I mean. Like if you ever wanted to upgrade it to something else or get a different motherboard even, like, you can just use the case again. I'm just saying you could do it for even with a second, because you know what I mean, you don't have to spend a ton of money on a second monitor if you're gonna have just 2 monitors, and just set it up on a desk, and you probably spend $2 grand, 2,200 or something for a second monitor, and then whatever monitor that you were thinking of buying for your primary monitor. So add that to it, so maybe 2,500 depending on what you go for, how crazy you go on monitor. Including like a nice Corsair keyboard or something like that, and like a nice mouse, like a nice gaming mouse. Like all that together would be over $1,000, probably at least $1,000 cheaper. Like mine's a 4060 Ti, and I think I did the one with 32 because 32 is enough. 32 is enough for what I do. 32 and an i7 14700, so it's just one slight step down from your CPU. And my entire tower was like $1,600. Yeah, and that's probably about $2 grand in the US. That's probably equivalent to about $2 grand. That's what I'm saying. Like you could get a whole tower with a 4080 or 4090 and an i9, probably including a keyboard and mouse, but just not a fancy one. And you just have to buy monitors. That's it. Monitors and a surge protector. That's about it. Yeah, it's pretty standard nowadays. Like this one came with a 2 terabyte, and I swapped my extra 2 terabyte into it. So, because that you can do with towers as well. You can just add another hard drive. Just like, oh, you want more space? Throw another hard drive in there. There's room. Like, just slap it in there. Yeah, I mean, if it were me, for my money, I'm cheap. Like. That is way too damn expensive. You're also paying for that little alien logo as well. That's $300-400 roughly. So they charge a premium for their stuff. I mean, is it good? Yes. Will it work for a really long time? Yes. It's never going to perform as good as a tower with the same stack, because you have heat issues. There's always heat dissipation issues that you have to deal with. Unlike the keyboards on Alienware laptops are really nice, so you don't need a keyboard. You do probably need a mouse, but if you have a mouse already, you can just use your old mouse. So I mean, there's lots of like positives and negatives to it. But if you really aren't going to just game on the couch, which you don't want to do with an Alienware laptop anyhow, you'll burn your legs. They get super hot. You want to have it on something so it can have proper ventilation. That's my opinion. Oh, see, yeah, I mean, if you're gonna like take it with you to play on the road and stuff like that, then yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, if you're never gonna like game somewhere else, I mean, I don't know how you're gonna game on the road anyhow. You have to use like freaking tethering to your phone for internet. That would suck. It ain't like you're streaming from it, and you ain't streaming from hotel Wi-Fi. Let me tell you about hotel Wi-Fi. That ain't working either. But I mean, if you're gonna take it on the road, that's definitely the choice. That's the way to do it. Then yeah, go with it. I would probably not go as balls out, but that's like as about as max stats as you can get right now. That's just me personally, though. Like you don't need that much of a video card or that much of RAM to play current age video games. Now, like 5 years from now, maybe it would be better for it, but. So yeah, you're kind of future-proofing, but it's at the cost. It's at such an exorbitant cost. That's insane. $3,300. Ta-da. There we go. Yeah, laptops were never a profitable thing. Ones that you build are always way more profitable, which is why they're so much cheaper. But I mean, the profit margins on an actual PC is probably a lot higher. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go and see what's for lunch, and if it's not restaurant food, I'm gonna go and get some mac and cheese. I think you got me convinced. So yeah, but we'll be back with this save on Wednesday, and then Monday starts Cola episodes on the recorded part. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday Cola, Tuesday, Wednesday Tuesday, Thursday Satisfactory, and Wednesday evening will be more of Highway Hauling streamed. So that's the plan. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Sly, Bad Boy, I know Grim was here for a little while. He's lurking, I think. iDrive's here. He just came here recently. Sorry, but who else was here? Who else was hanging out? There was some other people hanging out. I know Rex was here in the very beginning. Just Samples, you were here for a little bit. I don't know if you're still here, but that's okay. Oh boy, I like deleted all of your old messages. Man, that really goes back, doesn't it? Freaking Streamlabs, I tell you. Seen it. Kurtonos was here for a little bit. I know James was here. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody? I feel like I missed some people. I always miss somebody. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. You guys know what to do. Press that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. And catch you guys in the next one.
TikTok, pick up the dough to make it a scene. Adam's on a mission, slick and keen.